Hey smart people, come on to my YouTube channel, Stenell the Money Therapist. Every episode that you hear, my podcast, right here, you will see me in the flesh talking about the same exact topic. See you there. And don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell.
Six years ago, my wife took nothing but an ideal and faith and turned it into a multi-million-dollar business with multiple streams of income. As a woman possessed, she overcame all obstacles and created multiple streams of wealth that has impacted our family for generations to come. From mental health professional to therapist to author to CEO, she is a constant reminder of the grace of God over her life. Get ready to listen to and take notes from Stenell, the money therapist, as she schools you on money, entrepreneurship, and life skills that was not taught. No more excuses. Wake up!
Thank you for the introduction. Welcome back to No More Excuses, Wake Up, where we talk about money, entrepreneurship, and life skills that was not taught. I am your host, Stenell Myers, also known as Stenell, the money therapist. Today's topic is life skills. We're going to discuss entrepreneurs' fear and stagnation. The reason why we're going to discuss this is because I know what it's like to have fear with a lot of different things. I know what it's like to have fear being a mother and being a mother to grown children and having a 16-year-old. What that feels like, hoping you don't get a call in the middle of the night. I know what it's like to have fear making sure that I meet payroll for my staff and that I'm getting paid on time through my contracts. That's fear because I don't want to mess up anybody's check. I know what fear feels like. When you're starting a business or you just want to go out there and start, a lot of times we don't know and we don't know how, and then we're stuck and we feel this sense of non-flowing, this stagnation, this block filling. There's no growth and we can't develop. Let's dive into not being able to develop, because if I did not go out and at least try my hardest to become the person that I am today in this entrepreneur world, I would be depressed. Because one, I know me, I know how I am. To be honest, I don't like nobody telling me what to do. I just don't. Not saying that I can't take instructions or directions, criticism that is positive criticism, or even criticism that is not positive, but it's coming from a good place, healthy. I can take all of that. When I know that there's something that is burning and yearning inside of me and they have to get out, that's that part. There are so many of you that there are people that I know personally, and there are people that I do not know, that I have never met, but I know that can resonate with this right here. You are frustrated. You do not know what to do, how to start. You're just not doing it. While you're not doing it, you're walking in that fear. And fear equals failure because you're not doing anything about it, at least trying to do it. Instead of saying, I don't know how, because I didn't know how. And what did I do? I Googled it. When I started my business, even before I started my business, I had the business mindset before the business even started. It was just something that kept creeping inside of me. It kept just like hitting me. But before that, I had to start from somewhere, and that's within. If you don't know how, you just making it up. I'm just being honest with you. You're just lying. You're lying to yourself. Oh, I'm going to start my book. You ain't start no book yet. You're not going to start no darn book. I'm going to start my business. What business? Did you write down a business plan for even a guide for you? What are you talking about? I remember looking at something from Blair Underwood. His mom used to tell him, he was doing a talk show. His mom used to say, don't talk about it, be about it. And that's it. And that has always been my thing. Anything that I do, people don't even know that I'm doing it. I just do it. And then they know by the results or me talking about it, learning through the process. But to just go and talk about and say, oh, I'm going to start this, I'm going to do this. Nah, I don't do that because there's no guarantee that it's going to happen. But at the same time, there's so much out here. There's so much information. There's so much resource. Social media is a beast and we're not utilizing it. And so for me, the bottom line is, in my opinion, when you say you're going to do something and you don't do it, then you're scared, absolutely. You don't know how, absolutely, but you haven't tapped in. You haven't tapped in. And I'm talking about tap into survival mode, because at this point in my life, I can't fail. No, I can't. Not saying that I can't. Listen to me. Not saying that I can't because I can, but I can't because I'm too deep. I'm way too deep. Way too deep. My lifestyle is just too deep to where I can't go back, because the way I think, I can't go back. Businesses start on a foundation, and it starts within the heart and the mind. And then you have a business. So now I have this business, and this business now is manifested. And I had this business for 7 years. But what comes after that? Legacy. And how is legacy created? Legacy is created because someone had to not have fear. Don't you want to be a legacy creator? You don't want to have the fear. So the businesses, that's my starting point. But my end result, I love real estate. I can't shake it. In a way to go about real estate, for me, in how I want to see it, is staying in business. So I want you to challenge yourself. I want you to challenge your fears, because when you're starting out with anything, of course, you're afraid. But there are some people that you're now entering your 30s. And you're struggling. And I did too. I did not start my business until I was 40 years old. And I always said, when I'm 40, life gonna change. I kept saying, you know how people don't want to walk on 40? I said, I'll walk on 40 because I knew my life was going to change. And the truth, I didn't know my businesses were going to start when I was 40. My businesses started in February, right before I turned 40. Everything just started like at 39. But when I hit 40, that June for Joy in March, I believe, like right before my birthday in April, when 40 hit, everything was just, I can't explain it. I remember on my birthday at 40, I was actually in Florida. I was actually not far from my house now. And I was dreaming. And I said, this is what I want. I want to see water. This is what I want. That was 7 years ago. I want this. 5 years, boom. Look what God did. You can't let stagnation be the reason why you stay still. You can't, because you will not continue to flow. You will not increase. You will not be able to see the results that you want to see. And life is about result. And in the end, we want to go back and think about all the things that we did and all the things that we accomplished. And if you're trying to start a business, you have fear. I'm telling you, as an entrepreneur, you're going to run into fear, but do not let that fear define who you are. Do not let that fear stop. I am talking to you. Do not let it stop you. Tell this to your child. Tell this to your cousin, your aunt, your uncle, your mom, your dad, your boyfriend, your partner. Tell this to them. Do not let fear stop you. I don't have all the answers. I didn't have all the answers when I was doing it. If I can put you in my mind, let you see what I saw before it was done, it will blow your mind, because I didn't know the end. I didn't know what the end looked like. I just knew that I did not want to be on nobody's schedule. And if you know your truth, and if you could define your truth, if I was on somebody's schedule, then I would not be able to do the different things in my daily life that I do. I wake up at 6:30 in the morning. Thank you, God. I pray. After I pray, my routine always changes. Now I do my podcast episode. I'll drop the episode. But I would have to wake up 2 hours earlier if I was working, because I would have to do all of that, do my podcast episode, because during the evening I'm tired. I have energy in the morning, and I would have to get up 2 hours early to do that, work out, all those things before I start my day. So I'm grateful. And if you want to have control and power in your life, be honest and be real with yourself. Invest in yourself. Professional development is a great tool. Take classes, learn skills that's going to make you a better you. And I'm speaking to entrepreneurs. I'm speaking to everybody. But this is specifically for entrepreneurs that really want to get started in their field or their line of business, and they have fear and they have this sense of stillness and not knowing where the stillness is coming from because I don't know or I don't know how. I get calls from people I know all the time wanting to, okay, how do I do this? I'm ready. And after 45 minutes of a conversation, I give you information. And then a month, there's no results. There's nothing to talk about. I'm not being hard. I'm being honest and real. There's nothing to talk about because you just wasted 45 minutes of my time and you're not ready. And if you're not ready, that's okay. But you stay over there being not ready and you figure it out. And you have to figure out life. But if you want this and you know that you think you know, but you really don't know because I didn't know nothing. I didn't know where I would be in 7 years. I just knew that I went after these contracts. I followed the lead of my angel, who was my mentor. I did what had to get done. And if you have someone that is trying to show you have a mentor, you really are not showing them any gratefulness when they take their time out to teach you and show and train you for free, not a dime, and you do nothing with it. You do nothing with that information. Nothing comes out of it because of your fear or because you're not grinding. But a lot of it has to do with fear. A lot of it, 90%. Of fear. And then laziness plays a part of it too. My picture in my office in back of me, an entrepreneur, a person who is up late working 100 hours for themselves to avoid working 40 hours for someone else. And that's it in a nutshell. And that's what an entrepreneur is. I work hard. I work around the clock. I'm scattered brain. I'm all over the place. I know where I want to be, how to get there. But I have so many different things. That's why I do put players in place. For instance, now that I'm moving forward with YouTube again and trying to really be consistent with YouTube, I had to bring in my daughter. I brought my daughter in 100%. I am paying her. I'm teaching her how to do invoices. I'm paying her. I always paid her. I'm recording 5 videos a week for YouTube. As I record the podcast, then I go back and I record YouTube. And that's behind the scenes for that. I'm still running these businesses. I still have the healthcare agency. I still have the after school program. I still have staff. I still have all these things. I have to build it. I have to build the after school program. I have to hire people. Do you think that is just 40 hours? It's not. You can't. There's no way I can do all of that in 40 hours. Sometimes I'm just up working late. Weekends, last weekend, and this have a lot to do with my foot not being able to walk and get around because I don't like working on weekends, so I'm really taking advantage of weekends. Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday morning, working. I was actually videos, I was recording around the clock. Then I had to stop, pause, and I had to read resumes, and I had to do emails. It don't stop. It do not stop. It is something that you have to continue to do. So what I say to you, I say face it. Face your fear. Don't be still or stagnated. Move and flow like water. You got this. You can do it. No more excuses. Wake up. Thank you for listening to No More Excuses. Wake up. If you love the show, please subscribe, rate, and review on iTunes or Spotify. To learn more about me and my different agencies and what I do, go to StenellMyersEnterprises.com. While you're there, check out Money Therapy Institute and watch my video where you will see me doing a little acting, showing you how I fought and kicked down closed doors. You can also click on Stenell the Money Therapist and get my free budget spreadsheet. And of course, you can email me at contact@StenellTheMoneyTherapist.com. I'm also on social media on Facebook at Stenell the Money Therapist and Instagram at Stenell the Money Therapist. No more excuses. Y'all know what y'all need to do. Wake up. Hey smart people, I have a 3-month one-on-one personal or business coaching program. As you all know, I paid off $50,000 in debt in 1 year. I will teach you how I stayed out of debt, using my burner method and personalized spreadsheet I created to fit my lifestyle and keep me on track. You will learn how to understand your money communication style using my financial treatment plan. Also, if you own a small business and you feel stuck with cash flow or feel disorganized, I teach business owners and self-employed entrepreneurs such as yourself to financially maximize your money, build wealth using your business income, and retire working on the business while your business continues to run, such as myself. You can book a call with me. The link is in the show notes.